All right. So the next thing is about introduction to Microsoft technology. So after I believe he has done with the opening remark, so let's move to the next one. So Microsoft technology is an IT solution provider with the services of web design, graphics, digital marketing, training, consultancy, and virtual assistant. I will be sharing my screen to see what I'm talking about. I believe you can all see my screen.
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
All right, thank you so much. So this is the company overview. Our technology is a seasoned information technology company led by experienced professionals with extensive industry experts. As a Nigeria-based company with world-class experts in IT, we specialize in delivering cutting-edge digital solutions. Our core experts include web design, web and mobile application development, UI/UX design, creative, graphic design, digital marketing, SEO, and more. So we are committed to delivering high-quality, result-driven web solution with a strong focus on customer satisfaction. Our team consists of skilled, motivated, and dedicated web design and mobile app developers. So while we have series of IT solution provider, why choosing Microsoft technology? The first one is one-stop digital hub. You get everything you need, starting from the web design, graphics, to marketing, data analysis, IT consultant, and we provide everything your business needs in one place. Secondly is expert and innovation, a skilled team using the latest tools and creative strategy to deliver modern and user-focused solutions. Client-centered approach. We listen, understand, and tailor our service to meet your specific business goal. Affordable and reliable. Competitive pricing on one-time delivery and flexible package for startup, SME, and enterprises. Training and ongoing support. Beyond solution, we empower clients with training, knowledge transfer, and 24/7 consultancy. So here is our vision to be most trusted partner in empowering digital brands. Every business and individual harness technology, creativity, and data to achieve sustainable growth and global relevance. So our mission, to empower brand digitally, to provide scalable, user-focused, result-driven digital solutions that create real business impact, to build capacity through training and mentorship, equipping future innovators with essential tech skills, to foster long-term partnership by delivering excellence, creativity, and measurable service, as I mentioned before, web design and mobile app development, UX, digital marketing, training and consultancy, virtual assistance when it comes to tax identification number, school affidavit, legal documents, and general admin service. So here is our project. When it comes to web design, we've worked with series of top-notch, starting from Aderemi Bamidele Chartered Accountants, so to the Baby Foundation, Aqua Foundation, Green Spring Social Impact Academy, Onzi Event World, disciplinary estate management, Sport Foundation, Car Private Man Foundation, and a lot more. And all these things, they are clients that are happy working with Hours of Technology. Most of them have been working with us for like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, working with us. So when it comes to graphics, we design series of graphics for the top brand, starting from Caprite to Lagos State Citizen-led Accountability Framework, and many more. You can see my screen. We've worked with the last COP, that is Lagos State Coalition for Non-Profit, and many more to save our time. These are the people that we have registered for many when it comes to CAC. You can see the likes of Greenspring Social Impact Academy, and also Samatech smartphone and accessory vendors. So here is the brand that we have worked with, and you can see it. Lagos State Health Management Agency, we've designed series of reports working with them. Public Health Sustainable Advocacy Initiative, Ajoke Aishat Foundation, Global Rights, Amtop Faber Foundation, and many more. So this is what the Hours of Technology is all about. And you are all welcome. If you have any project you want to give us, or collaboration or partnership. So while we move on to the next agenda, which is program overview, smart tax compliance with digital tools. When it comes to tax, a lot of people don't take it serious. They are trying to find a way to cut it. But thank God for what is happening in Nigeria today. We all understand that the way federal government create a lot of things that has to do with tax inclusion, we cannot do without it. Even all the companies that are working, not paying their tax, at this time around, you cannot escape it. And we all understand that as this year begins, tax identification number has been one of the mandatory things that at the end of the day, if you have any account and you don't have a TIN number on it, included on it, your account will be blocked. Just like the way the BVN take us to the long run. So Hours of Technology, we organize this program monthly to sensitize people when it comes to the IT, because these days you cannot do without the IT. Our last month webinar was based on cloud storage, while the previous one is on artificial intelligence and a lot of more. So this program now is based on smart tax. And the guest speaker, the keynote speaker for this program today is going to do justice to when it comes to smart tax compliance. How are you going to do without it? How are you going to do with it rather? Because you cannot escape it. If you are running a business and you think this is my own business and you don't know how to do about it, at the end of the day, the tax officer can come to your office, or even they can come to, that can chat you that since so far you have been working, what are the things, have you been paying your tax? So our speaker for today, the person of Muili Oladepupo, will do justice with smart tax compliance. So this is a suggestion about our speaker. Mr. Oladepupo Muili Olakami is an accomplished tax consultant and actuarial professional with over 7 years of experience in 2 of the world's big 4 consulting firms. He currently serves as an actuarial manager at KPMG Nigeria, where he provides specialized advisory in actuarial valuation to taxation, financial reporting and strategic business planning across the financial service industry. He is an associate chartered accountant with the Institute of Chartered Accountant of Nigeria, ICANN, and an associate chartered taxation practitioner active of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, CITN. He also holds multiple global certifications from the Corporate Firm Institute, CFI, including Financial Modeling and Valuation Analysis, FMVA, Business Intelligence and Data Analysis, BIDA, and Financial Planning and Wealth Management, FPWM. Mr. Oladipupo obtained both his bachelor and master degree in actuarial science from the University of Lagos, graduating with distinction at the postgraduate level. His professional journey reflects excellence, leadership, and a commitment to continuous growth and innovation. Beyond corporate practice, he has contributed to human capital development as a lecturer for professional courses, mentoring numerous ICANN candidates to success in taxation, finance, and quantitative analysis. Mr. Oladipupo Muili Olakanmi exemplified diligence, intellectual depth, and professionalism in every sphere of his work. So this is a suggestion about the speaker. So we can all listen and have our daughter with pen to write a lot of things down. It's not easy to have someone like him deliver this topic, but it's an opportunity for us to have him in our midst. Mr. Muhyiddin Oladipupo, you have the floor, sir. I'll make you host so you can share your screen in case you have the slide.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please confirm you can hear me and you can see me.
Yes, sir, we can do so.
Can anyone hear me? All right,
yes.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a privilege for me to be here to take this presentation, and thank Abasoft Tech for the great job they're doing to the society as well as to businesses. All right, so I'll be presenting my screen. Just confirm you can see my screen. Okay. You see my screen?
No, not yet, sir.
Not yet. Okay. Just a second.
Yes, your screen is up. We can't hear you. Hello, Mr. Oladipupo, you are mute.
Okay. Confirm you can hear me now.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. Thank you for alerting me. All right. So I said I'm talking about the outline. I said we'll talk about the Nigerian tax landscape and brief overview of Nigerian Tax Reform Acts. I mean, there's no way you want to talk about smart tax compliance with tools that you not talk about the law. Tax deals with law, and there's nothing you want to do in tax that you not talk about the law. Then we talk about the tax compliance using the digital tools, as well as the automation of tax process, and getting ready for audits. I mean, we know that in Nigeria, what we practice is self-assessment, one that will decide what to pay. However, having making that payment, you should also expect the tax authorities, whether from the state or from the federal level, to visit you for the audit of whatever you've paid, to be sure. I'm talking about the background of the Nigerian tax landscape. Nigerian law started from, I mean, proud to independent. Then after independence, we have the other various taxes that we've always been dealing with. But in the recent time, during the time of President late president, former we call the Finance Act, we have the 2019, 2020, 2021, 2023, and the recent time which is the current one that we are called the Nigerian Tax Act of 2025, which was signed into law July 2023. Sorry, June 2023, 2024, right? Tinubu. I mean, I tried to mention some of the key changes that has been happening in the tax landscape over the time and over the years. In the Finance Act COVID in 2020, the Finance Act introduces the VAT Act. The VAT Act has been in use, but just try to increase the rate. Everybody started complaining that, oh, they are deducting 15 naira from my account, which they call electronic money transfer. It still existing now, just that they just try to change the hands of it. I mean, in the past, it used to be the person that is sending the money, it is the person that is paying the money that they will deduct the 15 naira from. I mean, apart from that, we have a series of things in the tax laws that I may just need to touch base on them so that I won't take too much of our time, because I know I have just less than 30 minutes to talk about this topic. And it's 2020, whereas Financial 2020, which talks about how we can help people that COVID shock has hit badly by reducing the tax rates for minimum tax, as well as it talks about the deployment of third-party property to taxpayers system. This is the area that interests me more, because we are talking about the digital tools. This particular area came into the law. That's why the digital tool is out also brought about something that we call e-invoicing, which I'll be talking about later in my slides. Also, in the 2021, there is sugar tax and CGT and some other things. So for me not to talk too much about the law, I also want to touch base on the Nigerian Tax Act itself. I mean, it's no longer news that President Tinubu tried to bring up committee headed by Taiwo Oyedele in 2023 to start what they call the committee called Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee, to rejig our tax laws and make sure they put everything in place to make our law more robust and simpler than it used to be. I mean, the chairman of the tax reform committee, Taiwo Yedele, uh, put his team together and came out with the law in 2025. And in that same 2025, the law was signed, I mean, by President Tinubu in 2025. After that, the law was supposed to take place immediately as it was signed, but to discuss the law and for people to get familiar with the law. And it was stated in the law that the law will commence this January 1st, 2026. It's no longer news that the law has already commenced and everything in the law is expected to be followed. So knowing this, the law has about 4 different acts, which is the Nigerian Tax Act itself. There is Nigerian Administration Act, Tax Administration Act. There is Nigerian Revenue Services Establishment Act. All of these acts has their own responsibility, and their responsibility and their purposes is what I've stated here in this slide. And for us not to talk too much on all of these laws, I want us to look at the around what this topic is talking about. So when you talk about the digital side of the law, the angle that touch base more of the digital side of the law is the area called e-invoicing. Uh, uh, and there's possibility that some of us has not heard about it. There's possibility that some of us has not really heard about these e-invoicing. What do we mean by e-invoicing? E-invoicing just simply means that whatever transaction we are doing, Nigerian Revenue Service, which we used to call Federal Inland Revenue Service, end to end. What do you mean by end to end? Before, you will be the one to tell the government how much you are earning from your business. But today, this invoicing, electronic invoicing, called invoicing, has actually put a lot of things in place to make sure that they capture every transaction from the source. And what this particular thing is talking about is that when you are doing a transaction, for example, as in line with the law, the large taxpayers, and in line with this electronic invoicing, the large taxpayers are the big guys, the big companies, the big businesses, which has a turnover of above 5 billion. We have the medium taxpayers, which are taxpayers that earn between 5 to 1 million to 5 billion turnover. I mean, turnover is your revenue, the income you are earning from doing a business. However, we have emerging taxpayers. Emerging taxpayers are small businesses, enterprise, SMEs, every kind of business you can think of that is not generating income or turnover that is up to 1 billion. This particular area is talking about VAT automation. Before, what we do is to go to Tax Promax. What do I call Tax Promax? In 2021, Federal Inland Revenue came up with an initiative of making sure that taxpayers file their tax returns, such as company income tax, value-added tax, withholding tax, and stamp duties and other form of taxes via a platform called Tax Promax. This register with the Federal Inland Revenue Service is eligible and liable to get their login details. How do you get these login details? You reach out to FIRS. I'm a business. I want to register my business with the Federal Inland Revenue Service. The moment you prompt them, they will give you a username and a password. The username is usually the name of the business or the email of the business, and while the password is what they create for you, which is only peculiar to your own business. In that 2021, these tax planners has saved a lot of taxpayers from stress. Prior to that time, what we taxpayers do is to go to tax office of where your company is domiciled or where your company is registered to submit your tax returns with a physical form. For example, for value-added tax, value-added tax is being filed every 21st of every month. For example, for January transaction, all the income you earn on your business in January, you are meant to submit the return in February or not before February 21. This particular return before 2021, where FRS bring tax formats into place, what taxpayer does is to go to FRS office and submit the form. Sometimes you see a lot of people going into a lot of pains just because they want to file these returns. We know that it is 20 day on a Sunday. It means that you have to submit your return on Friday, that is either 19 or 20. And in all of the tax office that we have in Nigeria as at that time, they close by 5. If you get there 01, they will not attend to you. And in that sense, what it means is that if you are not able to submit this return, there will be penalty that you have to pay. That penalty keep accumulates every month until you pay up the penalty and the late return penalty that comes with that particular return that you want to file. But the good thing about the tax rumors is that you sit down at the corner of your house, you file the return without going to tax office or being stressed to go to tax office to go and file the return. That innovation has also helped the tax offices as well as the Federal Inland Revenue to generate more money. And that also prompted some of the state internal revenue service, Lagos State Internal Revenue, which all our payees are going to. If you do businesses in as probably individual and you want to pay tax, that your tax will go to your state situated, or your business is situated, or you are resident in Ibadan, for example. You have to pay your personal income tax or your payee to or your state internal revenue service. If you are residing in Ogun State, it has to go to Ogun Internal Revenue Service. If you are residing in Lagos, it goes to Lagos Internal Revenue Service. So all of these revenue services start opening sites for people to also file their income taxes as well as their payee, which makes it easier for them to survive and for them to reduce the stress of filing. This particular e-invoicing, how it has come to help is this. We all know that up to now, when we file returns, FRS will come to us to come and start auditing us, ask us why you've not paid this, why you've paid this you've paid is not sufficient, provide evidence, provide documents. But this VAT automation, which is the e-invoicing, the good thing about it is that as you are doing all of these transactions, it becomes visible to them. How do they achieve this? FRS is going to go to all taxpayers at the moment, they are dealing with the big taxpayers, which are the banks, insurance companies, oil and gas companies, manufacturing companies. I mean, the big guys who earns above 5 billion. And all of them have started putting this thing in place, this system in place, to just make sure this software is ready and they're ready to go. Because by April to June, every taxpayer that is earning 5 billion and above must make sure that they are on this platform. If they are not on this platform, they won't get the benefits that they are supposed to get. What kind of benefit will they get? Number one, all the revenues that they are making will not be visible to the government, and whatever they are providing as their VAT return will be disputed by the FRS. Another problem and the challenge is that when they buy assets, probably various other assets, those assets, whatever amount they bought them, they are not going to get capital allowance. There's something we call capital allowance. Capital allowance is the incentive you get when you buy an asset, and is a relief that reduces your taxes that you are going to pay at the end of the day. The bad side of it is that if I happens to be a vendor that I'm producing a service and I'm providing a service to them, whatever services I'm providing to them will not be recognized in their books. It means that whatever amount they are paying me for rendering services to them will be disallowed in their books. So it means that any business earning this turnover of this 5 billion, by June, if they are not having this platform on their business, if they are not having this platform on their system, all form of penalties that I'll be talking about later in the day will be subjected to them. They will have to pay them. And all of these things that I just mentioned now, in terms of capital allowance that they are supposed to get as relief, in terms of expenses that they've spent in their books that they are supposed to get as a liable expense, will be disallowed. They won't get that. It means that FRS will come and plug API, the software, into their system, and that software will be the one capturing their transactions in real time. What do I mean real time? As they are doing the transaction, the FRS is saying it and they are capturing it. So at the end of the day, they are going to pay based on whatever the system has captured, the Nigerian Revenue Service. Another good thing of this thing is that it will also improve the revenue of the country as a whole. It will improve the revenue of Nigerian Revenue Service. Recently, Regional Revenue Service just released a communication that their revenue has improved by about 40 to 50% only for January compared to what they earned January last year. So these are things that should make everybody come into their conscious mind. Me and you, whether we like it or not, any business we are doing, Abasoft today may not be earning up to 1 billion, may not be earning up to 5 billion. By 2028 March, they have to also have this system, this platform into their system. And failure to have it, they will also be what? Be disregarded as a non-compliant citizen. And what that means is that these big companies will not want to do business with you, because they know that whatever business they are doing with you, they won't be able to enjoy the incentive they are supposed to get. Whether they bought assets from you, they won't enjoy capital allowance. Any services you are providing to them, it will be disallowed in their books. So because of that, they don't want to transact business with you. Then this also talks about the kind of businesses we have in Nigeria. Today, the law also recognizes two kinds of businesses: the small business and the big business, or the large companies. The small companies are companies that are earning turnover of below 100 million. For example, If Abasoft is any above 100 million naira in a year, it means they are large business, and it means they will be paying taxes of 30%, and they will be paying taxes of 30%. But if Abasoft is earning below 100 million naira in a year, the good thing is that they will be recognized as small business, and they will not be eligible for any business, any taxes rather. Eligible for any taxes mean that they will not pay VAT, they will not pay withholding tax, they will not pay company income tax. The good thing is that most businesses register their business name. We now need to ask themselves, do I want to continue to be a business name, or register the company as a company income tax? How do we do this? You must try and make sure that you have software that you use to capture your books. You have a software that you use to track your records. You use to impute your records, so that at the end of the day, they are not going to benefit from the government. Because being a small company, it means that whatever money you are earning is just to yourself. At the end of the day, you are not going to pay any form of taxes. And you are not paying any form of taxes because you disclose all of these things. Because if you don't disclose them, you will not earn the money. I want to come to personal income tax. For personal income tax, which concerns me and you, because some of us, we have our own self personal businesses, let me put it that way, or side hustle. Why some of us, we work with companies, which our company deducts pay as you earn from our salary and remit it to what? To state internal revenue service. This state internal revenue service, they pay to them based on where we tell our company that we are residing. If you reside in Lagos, it goes to Lagos Internal Revenue Service. If you reside in Ogun, it goes to Ogun Internal Revenue Service. Now, there are several payroll softwares, numerous. If you go online, you see many of them: QuickBooks, Zoho, Wave, Payday, Sage, SAP, Human Manager, and so many more. All of this software can help you to do what? To do the computation of your payee, to do the computation of payee of your staff. If you have your own personal business, can also help you to do your own personal computation, to declare what you should pay based on self-assessment. If you have your business and the business is doing up to 50 million naira, today you'll be paying 25%. In the past, it used to be this rate that I'm displaying: 7% for the first 300, 11% second 300, 15%, and the likes. But today, if you are earning minimum wage, which is 70,000 naira or above, it means the first 800,000 naira, you will not pay any tax. You will not pay any tax, means that you are paying 0 naira. The next 2.2 million naira is 15%. The next 9 million is 18%. 30 million, 21%. 23 million, 25 million is 23%. Now, some of us will come and say that, oh, they said this tax law that we are talking about is going to make us to pay a lot of money. It's going to, no. For people earning below annual gross of 20 million, I can tell you for free that your salary has gone down. Your payee has gone down while your salary has gone up. If you check what they pay you from your company in January, except that your company didn't compute it well. If you want to also get this calculation correctly, the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee also designed what they call personal income tax calculator to bring it out for you. Put all your figures based on the letter that your company has given to you in that calculator. It will compute what you will earn as your take home and what you will pay as your payee, for you to see clearly if your payee goes up or comes down. For some people who are earning above 25 million, then it means that their payee will go up. Why big guys, the high net worth individuals, are going to pay more? Because at the end of the day, those high net worth individuals falls within the range of all of these 50 million and above. And it means whatever they are earning, they are going to pay 25% on it. So what are we saying in essence is that as a business owner, as individual, you must make sure that you are conscious of this. You try and check whatever they are deducting from your salary. As a business owner, you must make sure you have all of this software in place to do the computation of your taxes, because at the end of the day, it is cheap, or it's cheaper to be compliant. And that's why I will move to the penalties for non-compliance. In the past, the law we are using before, the penalties used to be very, very small. And some of us just feel like, oh, I may not need to do it. I may not need to be comply. I may not need to comply. But in today's law that we are using, which is the Nigerian Tax Act, being guided by the Nigerian Tax Administration Act, the penalties are more steeper than before. Look at it. Failure to register your business for taxes, you pay 50,000 naira in the first month and you pay 20,000 naira in the subsequent months. It means that all of us that are side hustle that we are doing, and we register with tax authority, this number one has catch us. They will just have you letter, come and pay this so amount. We notice that you are carrying all this so business. Failure to file tax return. Okay, oh, Abasoft is supposed to file his VAT return 21st, which is today. They now said, they've done webinar, they forgot, they are overwhelmed, they remember to file the return. They now file the return tomorrow. Failure to file the return, Abasoft is going to pay 100,000 naira. Shakam, straight up. And if they did not still file the return before next month and subsequent month, they'll be paying 50,000 naira monthly. Look at it. Failure to keep books. Look at it. For people that think, oh, I don't need to do business and make money, I don't need to keep proper record, I don't need any digital software to keep my records. Failure to keep books for individuals, me and you, 10,000 naira. For people like Abasoft, companies and the likes, 100,000 naira. Failure to remit tax deducted at source up to 3 years. What do you mean by tax deducted at source? Tax deducted at source is what we call withholding tax, or VAT withheld by appointed taxpayers, which are banks and oil and gas companies and the telcos. Up to 3 years imprisonment upon conviction. You are going to prison straight. Introduction of penalty of 5 billion naira for awarding contracts to individuals or entities that are not registered for taxes. You can imagine that that's another problem. If Abasoft want to contract me now to give business to me, say, Oga, we want you to be organizing webinar for us every month. We are paying you this social amount. And me, I did not register my business. Abasoft will pay penalty of 5 million naira. They will also come after me and pay 5 million naira. You can see that it is cheaper to be compliant. Meanwhile, if I had registered my business, I may not even pay anything until the day I make up to 100 million naira. But because I did not register my business for tax purposes with the tax authority, I will pay 5 million naira. Abastar that contracted me, we also pay 5 million naira. Now look at the e-invoicing I was talking about before. Deployment of technology. If those companies fail to allow Nigerian Revenue Service to plug the software, the application API, to plug the API, application program interface, into their system, the Act also introduces penalty for failure to grant access for development of technology to be what? 1 million naira for the fire every subsequent day of default. So all of these banks, insurance companies, oil and gas, all these big companies now, by June, immediately after June, by July 1st, those business that is having other already had, or business that will be liable to this 1 million naira penalty. And it means that every day that they fail to get into that e-invoicing, they'll be paying this 10,000 naira. Can you now see that it is cheaper to be compliant? It is smarter to have digital software, to have digital tools to do your businesses, to track your businesses, so that at the end of the day, you don't have any problem. But if you think you don't need it, look at the kind of penalties you'll be paying. And this is where I will stop for today. For questions and any comments, thank you. Abasoft, I'm done with my presentation. Did I do well with you? Do you think I've covered the topic?
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Even if everybody don't have any question, me, I have a lot of questions that I've put appender because you. So if you enjoy the presentation, let us see the thumbs up. Let us see the thumbs up if you truly enjoy it. Thank you, Mrs. Amina Ola Williams. Thank you, Barista Africa Aswagawi. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Abibat. Thank you. Who else enjoying it? Okay, these are the people that are enjoying. Other just listening, you are not enjoying. But I believe you are busy or you forgot to thumbs up because everybody enjoyed this session. My first question is this. Thank you so much for the wonderful presentation. Well, okay, Iftisam, thank you. What is the benefit of registering company? Okay, if Ibrahim Rafi, thank you as well. As a business name or as a private company, when it comes to tax payment, or is there any other benefit you get from government, or what is different? Because everybody believes that because this business is a sole proprietorship, I register as a business name. So maybe that one is not liable to tax. I don't know. Or maybe you think a lot of grants these days, if you want to get them, the requirement is that you be small, you private company shared by, I be limited by share. So most of time, let me say most of us, we don't understand it because as you are touching all this area now, we need a clarification. So if anybody that's registered as a business name, we know that maybe he needs to go and upgrade, or is going to register another one as a private business, a private company limited by share.
All right, thank you so much, my host, for the question. I mean, a lot of people don't know the difference between business name and limited liability business as well, or limited liability company. So for a business name, it means the business you register as an enterprise or partnership, joint venture, and the likes, and is not limited by shares, like you said. Such businesses, whatever you are earning, will be subjected to the rates that I've listed in the law by the Personal Income Tax Act. Do we get that? It will be subjected based on the law in the what? The Personal Income Tax Act. So what that means is that if you are earning, say for example, 25 million naira, or let's say 20 million naira, that 20 million naira you are earning will be subjected to tax based on these rates here. If you earn 30 million naira, it will be subjected to tax based on those rates here. If we earn 50 million naira, it will be subjected to tax based on these rates here. Are you with me? So it means that whatever you are earning, you are still supposed to pay tax on it at the end of the day. Mind you, for a limited liability company, if you register your business as a limited liability company, what it means is that whatever turnover you are going to pay tax on, we start from 100 million naira. Do you understand that now? So if you are still making 20 million, 50 million, 70 million, 90 million naira, 99 million naira from that business, it means that you are not going to pay any tax at all. And the good thing about being tax compliant from companies, they will ask for your tax clearance certificate. The tax clearance certificate means that, okay, I've paid my tax for the year, I fulfilled all my righteousness. Even if I don't have up to 100 million naira revenue, I've been filing my new return with the tax authority. At the end of the day, I'm eligible to get tax clearance certificate. That tax clearance certificate is to clear me that, okay, I'm not owing the government, I've fulfilled my righteousness, and I'll use that to get contracts from government or even from other companies. There are some companies you write to that you want to get business from them, they will tell you go and bring your tax clearance certificate. Another thing is that there are several incentives from government today. The ones from Bank of Industry, Bank of giving to people. You won't be able to benefit from those things. Another thing is that if you want to get a loan from banks, the fact that you're a corporate organization and your business is doing fine and you are being compliant, it will also enables them to give you the kind of loan that it deemed fit will cover for the running of your business, or that will cover for doing business. Also, when you are tax compliant, if somebody wake up tomorrow and say, I want to buy your company, because you are tax compliance, it will also increase the value of your company. So there are numerous benefits of being tax compliant. But mind you, I will advise people that as business name, enterprise, modify it in the sense that go to CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission. We have the likes of Barrister Azwagawi on the call who can help you to register your business. who can help you to upgrade your business from an enterprise to limited liability company, so that instead of paying taxes on the little money you are getting, you will not pay tax until when you get turnover of up to 100 million. I hope I've answered your question, my host. Thank you.
So much. Another question is this. You said when you register your business with business name, all the transaction you venture into is not going to be tax deducted, since your annual profit is not up to 10 million. Did I capture it very well?
No, that's not correct, sir.
Okay. At what amount
So
you
if you are a
subjected to paying
business name,
tax?
whatever amount you are earning on your business. So if you are a business name, whatever amount you are earning on your business, you will not pay tax if at the end of the year it is below 800,000 naira. But anything outside that, you will pay tax based on the new rate, the graduated rate tax reform act. Do you get my point, sir?
So which means if the transaction is not up to 800,000, you will not pay.
In
Is
a
that what you
year,
said?
yes.
In a
Yes, in a
year.
year.
Okay. So anybody that is using business name now and their annual return is not up to 800,000, they are not subjected to tax.
Annual turnover, their income, the income they earn from that business is not up to 800,000. They will not pay. But you know, you and I, even the Alata that is doing selling pepper today in the market is making more than 800,000 turnover. And turnover is not the same thing as profit, so don't mix it. Turnover means the income you are earning. So, so if the total income for the year is 1 million, you are going to pay tax on the 200,000. That is 1 million minus 800,000. You pay percentage on that 200,000. If the total income is um, let's say the total income is 2 million, it will be 2 million minus 800,000. You pay percentage on the remaining 1.2 million. You will not pay tax at all if you are a business name and you are earning 800,000. That's for business name. But mind you, for people doing business today, we all know that what kind of business are you doing that you not even make up to 1 million naira in a year? Unless the business has not started growing or not doing fine. Irrespective of what you are doing, you make, even the alata in the market is making more than 1 million, 2 million naira. So whatever you are making, in as much as above 800 million, you pay personal income tax on it if you are a business name. But if you are a limited liability, you will only pay tax if the business has gotten to the level that the income has gotten to 100 million naira. So you can now see the difference. Can you see the wide gap? So that is what we are saying.
All right, thank you. Let's assume someone is working under one organization and tax is being deducted from his salary, and he's also having side hustle that is registered. After the tax is being deducted from your salary, you still need to pay tax for that your side hustle company, or let me say business you are doing.
That question, my host. So, for example, I'm working with a company, Internal Revenue Service, because I reside here in Lagos. And I also have, let's assume that I have a side business that I'm doing, a side gig. That side business that I'm doing, whatever I'm earning from it, I'm still supposed to pay tax on it if it's a business. If it is a limited liability company, I'll pay tax on it if only if my turnover is not up to 100 million naira. If the turnover is not up to 100 million naira, I will not pay tax if it is a limited liability company. But if it is above 100 million naira, I'll pay tax on it. But for side business, I will only pay tax based on whatever I've earned. Mind you, for every individual, me and you, whether working class or not working class, every citizen is liable to file their return with the State Internal Revenue Service on or before 31st March every year. So this year now, before 31st March, I'm supposed to go to Lagos State Internal Revenue site and file my return as an individual. And on that platform, when I'm filing the return, I will see there that other income, other business, other side hustle, other expenses, I will disclose it there. If I fail to disclose it, LIRS, Lagos State Internal Revenue, can come for me and send me notice that, demand notice that, Oga, we observe that you are also earning this also amount of money. Come and pay. At that point, I will now have to explain myself. Is that clear?
All right, thank you so much. Let's also hear from participants if they also have questions, because if I continue to ask questions, the time will be going, and we all have some other things to attend to. Do you have any question from the listener? Uh, Silent means no, I assume. Okay. All right. So when we check the agenda after the question and answer, we move to the closing remark. So before we go to the closing remark, okay, Mr. Taufik Ayeyemi, your hand is raised. You have question.
Yes, sir.
Proceed, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Many thanks to the guest speaker, Mr. Muilim Oladipupo, for the wonderful lecture. In fact, it is well simplified and comprehensive, so much that there should be no question. But for the purpose of emphasis, I just want to confirm that what so far so good, the implication of this new tax, does it mean that every individual must even if they are not eligible to pay tax based on their company, must have a tax account that is based, is it that is the one that is based with the state government or the federal government? So where are we going to register and to file our return, whether we are paying tax or not? Is the which particular website? Is it a site with the state government or with the federal government? So that's what I want to confirm.
Thank you very much for that question, Barrister Taufik Ayemi. It's a good question. You are supposed to register for tax with both entities, both the Federal Inland Revenue Service, which is now called Nigerian Revenue Service, as well as your state internal revenue service. If your business is situated in Ogun, you have to register with Ogun State Internal Revenue Service. If you are residing in Ogun, you have to register with Internal Revenue Service. That is for registered businesses. For individuals, people like me and you, who doesn't have any business, the moment you have a BVN or you have what is it
We can't hear you.
For the personal income tax, it's tax identification number, which is the TIN. You have it. Mind you, every business is being registered today. As you are getting your certificate, your CAC certificate, which is the Company Affairs Commission certificate, the certificate is coming with TIN, whether for business name or for limited liability company. So you see your TIN there. So the good thing is that whether you are supposed to file a new return or not, approach the Federal Inland Revenue, register your business with them, because you never can tell the day your company is going to cross that threshold of 100 million naira. And how do you want them to know that your business is not any up to 100 million naira? It is when you file your return as and when due on a monthly basis. For example, with your VAT and your withholding tax is monthly basis. You are not supposed to pay company income tax if you are a business name. But you are supposed to file your tax and you are supposed to do your individual return as a person on before 31st March every year. So for limited liability company, of course, you are still supposed to register with State Internal Revenue Service as well, because that is where you pay the payee of your staff that you've employed is to states internal any tax that relates to states into as well. So all of these people has their site. Nigerian Revenue Service, just type Nigerian Revenue Service, you see their site. You can register online. LIRS has their site. You can register online. For states that doesn't have any functioning site, or probably their site is not robust up to that level, approach the State Internal Revenue Service office and register your business with them, whether you are supposed to pay tax or not. Thank you. I hope I've answered your questions well.
Yeah, very well, sir. Thank you so much.
Right. Another question is coming from Mr. Sadiq Adeyemi. Mr. Sadiq Adeyemi, you can unmute yourself, sir.
All right, Mr. Sadiq, you can go on, sir.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My question is just simple. I just need a clarification on this question. Like in a company now whereby they use COLA system to pay their salary, is he compliant okay? Like they are using 50-50 COLA, 50% go to COLA while they pay normal salary on 50% as well. Is he advisable? What are the implications on that?
Sorry, I didn't get that
like for instance now,
question. Can you
like
retake,
for
sir?
instance, okay, like for instance now, some company adopt COLA system whereby they slash the employee salary into 50% is not taxable, while 50% is taxable. They call it COLA system. So the 50% is not taxable, while 50% is taxable. I'm not asking with this new tax reform now, is it legally okay or not?
It is not okay right from the onset. There's nothing like corner system. 50%.
COLA, yeah, cost of living assistance, yes, COLA.
So
Yeah.
so that is not right. Everything should be in the offer letter, whatever you are paying to your staff. And you are supposed to calculate your pay based on what the staff is earning as it is stated in the offer letter. Mind you, those people doing that, by the time State Internal Revenue come for audit, all of those things, they will see it and they will ask them to pay interest and penalty on whatever they've not remitted. So if you have benefits in kind, that's a different thing. Benefits in kind can be in form of shares. Benefits in kind can be in form of cars. Benefits in kind can be in form of house or housing that you are giving to your staff. That's a different ballgame. But saying that you are dividing the salary of your staff into two, you are paying payee on 50%, you are not paying payee on 50%, is not tax planning efficient at all. It is tax evasion. And tax evasion is criminal, is wrong, and it is an offense in the face of law. Tax avoidance is good because tax avoidance is legally avoiding tax by mode of tax planning. And in that case, you may have to put some structure in place. For example, doing a benefit in kind. If you buy a car for your company, in the company name, and you are giving it to your staff as official car, such car will be treated under benefit in kind of 5% instead of putting it into the payroll for the client, for the staff, and saying that you are buying it outright for that staff and the staff will have to pay the entire payee on it. It will be benefit in kind and it is just 5%. Meanwhile, the company will also enjoy capital allowance on that car because it is still in the company's name. So those are the legal way of planning taxes and doing the right thing. Thank you. Please, have I answered your question well?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you so much. Any other question?
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. So we need to seek your indulgence to follow us on our page, starting from the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. So I put the link on the Facebook. I will also, maybe by the time we are sharing the slide, I believe the speaker will help us get the slide and the recording. So all our social media link will also be included. So we like if you can follow us so that you got notification on our next webinar, because this is a monthly webinar. Thank you, everybody. If it's convenient for you to open your camera, can you please do so that we can do the screenshot of our face? And also it will be so as an evidence on our social media. I believe we are all consent to that. So if you are not consent to that, you might not open your camera. Thank you so much for this afternoon participation. And looking forward for us to join our next webinar in next month. Thank you so much. Everybody, let's have your camera if you're happy to see your face on our social media. Thank you as you open your camera. We have only 3 people. Okay. All right, we have 4. Others, if you are fine with it, please. Okay, we only have 4. We have 3 self. So thank you, everybody. Enjoy your Ramadan and enjoy your Lent. Thank you so much. Bye. Our speaker, thank you so much. All the participants, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everyone.